Imagine you bought a flight to Hawaii. You just wanted to relax, to take a break. You chose a seat by the window, and when you get into the plane, you realize that you are just a little bit ahead of the wing. Perfect view. After the takeoff, a few minutes later, the plane starts to shake, and there is a big bang, and then you look out the window and you see the engine on fire. What do you do? Hello everybody, this is Ro, a former flight attendant. Welcome to the Tequila Princess channel. What I just described is something that actually happened a few days ago. February 20th of this year, 2021. United Flight 328 took off from Denver in direction to Hawaii, and a few minutes later, the engine had a problem and caught on fire. There are a few videos going around about what the pilots did, even some videos that the passenger filmed showing you what the cabin crew did.
To brace, place your feet flat on the floor, cross your wrist, and hold on to the seat back in front of you. Brace.
But as a passenger, I guess that most of you don't really know what to do during an emergency. A friend of mine that heard about this news, my friend told me, I was wondering if I had been there, what would I have done? I realized that I wanted to do a video for you to know what to do and what to expect during an emergency. First of all, big disclaimer. What you will see in this video is merely my opinion. It's based on my training and my experience as a former flight attendant. I was flying in a domestic airline for almost 4 years, a few years back. There is not like a passenger procedure, nothing official that tells you what to do. What I will be saying is, again, just my opinion, just based on my knowledge and my training. As this is a very serious subject, I will be trying to lighten it up a little bit. But still, you should be aware that this is no game. This is no joke, okay? I will tell you a little piece of information that I hope is not gonna freak you out. About 90% of the accidents happen during takeoff and landing of a plane. Let's start talking about what kind of emergencies can happen. Emergencies can happen both inland and during flight. All sorts of things. Fire, emergency landing, both inland and also on water. Medical emergencies, loss of cabin pressure, weather, heavy turbulence, lightning, and the most terrifying one of all, kidnapping. But don't worry, pilots and cabin crew are more than prepared to handle with all of these situations. They are going to take special measures to prevent any kind of incidents. You are safe. Trust them. They receive yearly trainings so that they keep up to date with any kind of procedures. Every year they will be training to keep up their game. What can you expect as a passenger during an emergency? Of course, that depends a lot on the kind of emergency, but in general, well, you will be given instructions. Please pay attention. Listen and follow the instructions that you are given. It might be that they are calling you, hey you sir, the one in the red shirt, come over here and help me move this. Whatever instruction they give you is for a reason, so please comply. Don't be hard, don't be difficult, don't ask for explanations. They are busy, they are following procedures, and they have a lot of things to do. So be a good, nice passenger and just follow the instructions that they give you. Another thing that might happen during an emergency is a change in temperature. If it is fire, of course it's going to get hot inside. If there is a loss of cabin pressure or, God forbid it, a piece of the aircraft is just gone, it's going to be super cold. So expect changes in temperature. It's not going to be out of normal during an emergency. Again, it depends a lot on the kind of emergency, but you might experience a very abrupt, fast descent. We're talking about really going down. Hold on. There is nothing you can do about it. It is It is absolutely necessary. Just make sure to be strapped when you have to be. I really don't want to go into a lot of details because I don't want to scare you for life in a way that you don't want to step on a plane ever again. We really don't want that. If you are curious about what to expect, what kind of crazy, extreme things can happen during an emergency in a plane, there is a National Geographic show that is called Air Crash Investigation. They use it in our trainings very often, and it's super interesting. If you are not scared and you want to learn more about what to expect during an emergency, I highly recommend that you watch that show. I'm not sure if it is still on air, but you can find it here on YouTube. Don't worry. You're covered. And finally, the most important part. What can I do, me as a passenger, during an emergency? Well, before the emergency, super important. Pay attention to the safety demonstration when the flight attendants are performing. Typical, your exits are 2 in the front, 2 over the wing, and 2 in the back. Yeah, I know that you have seen it. And I also know that most of the times you ignore it. You and a lot of other people. But do pay attention. And also, read the card that is in the seat in front of you. All aircrafts are different. When I was an active flight attendant, I was flying an Embraer 145, which is for 50 passengers. There was only one flight attendant in those flights. Or in an Embraer 190 with 99 passengers, we would be 2 flight attendants if we were lucky. 3 of us. What I mean is that every aircraft will be different. Embraer, Airbus, Boeing, all of them have different configurations. So it's very important that you check your card and you pay attention to the demonstrations so that you know where the exits are, how to open them. It's just something that you would like to know if you happen to be on an emergency. Another thing that you need to do during an emergency, and it's gonna be the hardest thing ever for anyone, crew included, keep calm. You need to keep as calm as possible so that you can think. If you let fear, terror, panic overcome you, you will freeze. And depending on the kind of an emergency, you might die if you let fear get into you. You want to stay calm so that you can see where the exit is, so that you can hear the instructions that they are yelling at you. I know it's super hard. I know it's almost impossible. You might be thinking, what if there is fire, like the engine that I showed you? What if there is a smoke? What if the plane is just going down? It really doesn't matter what is going on. You have to keep calm. That might be the difference between surviving, getting hurt, or even dying. So breathe and keep calm. Another thing that you can do in general and during an emergency is to be observant. Be the eyes of the crew. Many times, especially when taking off and landing, flight attendants are seated in a place where they might not have a lot of visibility to the outside. I know that I didn't. We had these tiny windows to the outside that really didn't let me see much, but that was my place for taking off and landing. That's what I needed to be. Passengers become the eyes of the flight attendants. If you see something weird, if you see something out of place, if you hear something odd, let them know. You need to be observant and communicative. Don't assume that because you are seeing a huge fire outside that the flight attendants also know. Make sure to tell the flight attendants what you saw and never ever assume that they have already probably seen it. Now, the following one, it might be a little bit harsh for some of you, but it's true. Be helpful or get out of the way. There are certain people that it would be a very, very nice idea if they could identify themselves when they board with the flight attendants. Let's talk about doctors, policemen, firemen, paramedics, military. Maybe you're a little bit shy, maybe you're not in the mood and you don't want to do it as soon as you get on the plane. But during an emergency, please be the one that says, "Hey, I am a fireman. How can I help you?" We have all the training, but hey, we're not superheroes. We need help. And we certainly appreciate it. But what if you are not one of those? You can still be helpful. You can help carry an unconscious passenger to a seat. You can donate your blanket. You can help fetch things. You can keep people away. If you are terrified, if you are clumsy, if you are just not willing to help, get out of the way. Don't be the annoying person that is just like, oh, what happened? Ooh, she fainted? What? Oh, is that blood? Don't do that. You're just getting in the way. The last point that I want to talk about is about kidnapping. After September 11, we realized that kidnapping a plane and using it as a weapon is a reality. It's no longer a science fiction movie. No, it's something that actually can happen. There are a lot of ways to prevent it now, but if you are on a plane that is being kidnapped, one very important thing that I want you to remember and that I want you to do: don't be a hero. Flight attendants are trained to deal with this kind of situation as well. Even if you are part of the law enforcement or the military or something else, don't be a hero. You might set back all the progress that the flight attendants were making with these bad guys. Don't try to sneak out and hide, jump on them, and don't try to be the guy who's gonna disarm the bad guys. Don't do it. Stay out of the way. Follow instructions, both from the flight attendants and the kidnappers. Just comply and don't draw any negative attention to yourself. I will not get tired of saying it. Don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. At the end of this video, I hope that you have learned something. I hope that you feel a little bit more prepared in case of an emergency next time that you take a flight. And I hope also, definitely, that I didn't scare you enough to avoid a plane for the rest of your life. Emergencies on a flight are the rarest thing ever. I flew for almost 4 years and nothing happened. I have friends who have flown for 10, 15, even 20 years and nothing has happened. Accidents are still a rare thing. It's not common. Don't be afraid, but be prepared. Know what to do. Know what to expect. And again, this is only my opinion and what to do during an emergency. I know there are a lot of things that I didn't cover in this video, but I didn't want to make it either too long or freak you out. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. You can also share with us if you ever were on an emergency, or maybe you know someone who was on one. Tell us the story in the comments too. If you like this video and you would like me to do more things like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and see you next week. Bye! Grab the red handles and look either straight or just a tiny little bit up and then pull, because you don't want to be looking down or it's just gonna punch you in the face.